Hello and welcome back to Girl Talk. We're hanging out today at the Monroe Furniture Center. We're going to talk later in the show to the owner about accessorizing your home, something I struggle with, to be honest, so I'm excited to learn a little bit more. Right now, we're going to learn about the Monroe Youth Center. I'm joined by Kathleen Rainier. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So the Monroe Youth Center is for middle school students, I understand. Why did you decide to start this?
Middle school kids kind of fall into a crack. There's a lot of programming in Monroe for our elementary school age kids. Lots for them to do through the city, through other organizations. There's a lot for high school kids to do. They're off into all kinds of sports and after school activities. They're working, lots for them to do. But the kids in the middle, there isn't a lot of programming for them. The library picks up some of it, but there's really not as much for them to do. And there are a lot of kids who need something to do after school.
That's such a great point.
Yes,
Yeah, that can be
is.
such a tough age.
Yeah.
So what kind of activities have you identified as being like the demand, and what can the kids participate in at the center?
We started with a poll of the middle school kids that we administered through the school.
Okay.
And asking them what they wanted to do. And what we learned very quickly is that they primarily want some place where they can hang out with their friends after school in a safe and supportive environment. We will have a snack for them. They'll be able to play games. We've got some foosball coming.
Oh, fun. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we'll from time to time have some targeted programming as we identify with them. We'll have a youth advisory board who will help us decide what kinds of activities. We're thinking some art, some games, some physical activity, maybe Zumba every now and then. We'll talk to the senior center about sending somebody over
There we
to
go.
do Zumba with the kids. Just a lot of different things for them to do.
Wow.
Great.
Well, you've mentioned a lot of programs and fun things, fun activities, but it does cost money. So I'm curious what it's going to cost to the youth who would be participating in this.
One of the things that we were very aware of is that a lot of kids' programming is limited because they don't have money in their pockets.
Okay.
So the youth center will cost them exactly nothing.
Oh, wow.
That's incredible.
That's fantastic. That's and generous.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
thanks to some very generous folks who are helping us put this together.
That's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So if I want to get involved in that and help out the youth center, what would I want to do to be part of this?
We're going to have staff, but we're going to be looking for volunteers who have specific interests, things that they like to do that they would like to share with the kids, or they just want to come and mentor. Maybe they're good on subject matter and they'd be willing to come and help because the kids can get help with homework if they need it and want it.
Oh, how nice.
So we'll be looking for folks who want to help us out in those ways.
Okay, great.
So if you've got a talent, what a great way to share it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Give back to the community and doing something you enjoy. Now, you mentioned that there's some staff that's going to be on board here, but what about the directing? Who's running the center?
We have a board of directors, a couple of folks who have been interested in this project from the beginning. Myself, I'm the president. Matt Brown, who is the vice principal at the middle
Love
school,
Matt. He's
is
a
on our
wonderful
board.
man.
Andrea
Yes,
Schmidt,
yeah.
who is youth coordinator for the library, is on board.
Yes.
Kim Hederman, who is has a background in not-for-profit and is also working on a teaching credential right now.
Oh, great.
Rick Leeson, who's known to the community through his work with Family Promise,
Yeah.
and Mary Lou Campbell, who was with the Chamber of Commerce at one time.
Yes, she was. She was
And
my previous
just a
assistant.
fabulous
Yeah.
board, and it's
Yeah.
going to be an active board. We are going to be very involved. This is not a meet once a year and rubber stamp whatever somebody's doing. We will be actively participating in running the center.
Great.
Well, congratulations on a great program. I agree with you that that is an age group that needs some extra attention, and what a way to recognize that. So thanks for sharing that. If you want more information about the Monroe Youth Center, there is a website listed here. I imagine they could gather some more there.
They can get more information on the website. I'm hoping that soon we will have a dedicated phone number. We're still working on that little piece of it.
Yes,
But
it's all coming together, though.
Yes.
I believe
on
it
the
will.
website, they can find out how to find us.
Wonderful, Kathleen. Thank you so much for sharing. Again, the president and on the board of directors for the Monroe Youth Center. As I said, we're here in Monroe at Monroe Furniture Center. We'll be back with more Girl Talk after the break.